This OnePlus Pad Go punches well above its weight when it comes to its price tag because it has some really interesting features. For example, the spec, 12.1 inch, 2.8K display with 10,050 mAh battery and a MediaTek 7300 Ultra processor, all for a sub £300 price tag. So this OnePlus Pad Go 2 could well be one of the best buys as we lead into 2026. Up front, the display, as we mentioned, it's a 12.1 inch display. It's an IPS LCD display, has 900 nits of peak brightness with 283 ppi, and the output, as you'd expect, is really good. You get excellent HDR and colors do pop off the display, and generally the color reproduction is excellent. Depends on what you're watching, of course, but a lot of it looks really good and highly detailed. You could play 4K video back on this display and the colors pop, and black still look pretty black, not as black as an AMOLED or an OLED, but still look really good. One thing to note though in relation to the display is there is no in-display fingerprint scanner or on the power button at all. So if you wanted to unlock this and secure it, it's pattern or face or pin are the only options, which is a bit of a miss. On the other side though, with such a rich and vibrant display, is when you are gaming on things like, for example, more casual games like Mario Run, colors are representative really well. Punchy, vibrant, and they look really good. If you then play more serious games, things like Call of Duty Mobile, run on here very well. Very high settings of both FPS and graphics, and they look beautiful. Also, stability, sound output, everything's incredible. In fact, on the sound output, bass is on fire and the clarity is amazing. Listen for yourself.
I'm hurt! Changing mag. Target down.
Predator missile on standby. Friendly Predator missile inbound.
The Pad Go is powered by a Dimensity 7300 Ultra. It's a slightly tweaked version of a 7300, and I'm going to highlight this as one of the reasons that is a bit of a downward turn, because it should have been power busted to like a Dimensity 7400 or even, to go all out, a Dimensity 8350 processor. So factor that in, that this is a slightly weaker processor when it should be something newer and more powerful. However, that 7300 Ultra, when you put it under 3D Mark's Lifestyle Extreme tests, performs very well, because not only do you get really high level of efficiency, there's almost no throttling. Battery consumption is as low as 5%, and generally speaking, this is a very well optimized CPU for this tablet. You don't get any of those issues that you would get with high-end performance chipsets, where you get that really high-end throttling and then it gets overly warm. One thing I would say about the CPU and the tablet in general is when we've gamed on this, we've never noticed any things like crashed frame rates, dropped frame rates, or anything of the sort to do with any heat dissipation issues as well. So all that's run very well. And if you're enjoying watching this video review and others that we have done, consider subscribing as we chase 50k subs in 2026. On the battery front, it's a 10,050 mAh battery with only 33 watts of wired charging. And on the face of it, that may look quick, but actually it's a bit of a downside because this will take quite a few hours to actually charge up to 100%. But if you push that to one side and talk about the general performance, what we found in here using this daily is if you were to stream music, video playback, game, and generally browse on this, you could easily get 6 to 8 hours of screen on time a day for a number of days with no problem at all. And that is with about 80% screen brightness, which is quite high on such a rich, densely packed display as well. So what factor in is this is gonna be a multi-day tablet. If you just game on here consistently in high level performance for a long period of time, you're probably not gonna get a full day. But for general use, as we mentioned earlier, you're gonna get a couple days easy. The OS itself runs on Android 16, OxygenOS 16 as well, which is awesome. And you get tons of really great features. The highlight being Open Canvas, which of course allows you to do multiple things at the same time with resizable windows, and it works seamlessly and works very, very well. One thing I would add on though, if you were doing something like Open Canvas and you wanted to use this as a productivity tool, well, hello, it's fully compatible with all Bluetooth mouses and keyboards out the box. You just sync them, set them up in Bluetooth, and away you go. And then you've got a complete productivity tool that you can use for anything from document creations to light video editing to photo editing or Lightroom and Photoshop. All that works really, really well. On the AI front, you then get a bunch of really, really great features. For example, you get use of AI summaries. If you pull out the panel on the side, you can then summarize an article on here as well, which will then allow you to copy and paste it or make amendments to it, or if you're using it for things like annotations or for schoolwork, you can use it for that, which is great. And you still get all the other really great AI features, things like magic eraser, object changes, clarity, etc. All that is available via the Gallery app. And of course, you get Google Gemini on hand as well to support in any, let's just say, tasks or quick requests that you want to do. So in terms of AI front, there's actually not much in the way of compromise on a tablet that is actually considered a budget level experience. Before we give you our final thoughts on the Pad Go 2, I keep saying Pad 2 Go, but Pad Go 2, one thing I want to touch on, the back, if you don't have a case, is a legit fingerprint magnet, as you can probably see on this image here. And then the cameras, front and rear, are both 8 megapixels. Output is okay. Usable is probably the best way to describe it. Overall though, this is an easy slam dunk recommendation, primarily because although it's missing things like a fingerprint scanner to unlock it, you don't get the fastest charging in the world, and to an extent that CPU could be upgraded, everything else is amazing because that CPU is actually incredibly power efficient and really, really good for what this offers. The display is stunning, battery performance and everything else is amazing. So if you're after a tablet in 2026 and you don't want to spend more than say £350, then the Pad Go 2 is a dead certain buy. But let us know in the comment section below your thoughts on this OnePlus Pad Go 2 and whether you'd buy it. And Happy New Year, and please consider subscribing to the channel in 2026 as we aim to achieve 50k subs. Until the next one, as always, we out.